Hey everybody, Rambaka23 Game Man here, and as you can already tell by the face on this screen, I've been debating doing this video for so long. We're, in my opinion, gonna be criticizing the game theorists Overwatch versus TF2, because every TF2 player, and I bet you say, you've never played Overwatch. I actually played the open beta for a bit. Couldn't play it that much for two reasons. One reason, my computer sucks. Second reason, well, it was only there for 3 days, so I didn't really get too much access to it. Okay, but not the point. Let us begin this part of the thing.
Not a lot of games have taken off as quickly as Blizzard's new juggernaut, Overwatch. Only out for 2 months, it's all... Or would you?
Give me a sec.
And no, we're not talking about Battleborn. Go home, Battleborn. You're drunk.
And
no,
that's
I'm
just
talking
stupid
about
right
the
there, as is
hat-tastic
Go Home,
granddaddy
Battleborn,
of the
you're drunk.
genre, Team Fortress
Who says
2.
Go Home,
So can
you're drunk
Overwatch
anymore
overthrow this
for
historic giant that is
certain
TF2?
things?
Or will enthusiasm for Overwatch be dead faster than Evolve? Yeah, there's a game you haven't thought about in a while.
Actually,
Ladies
yes, I have.
and gentlemen
It's
of the
called
internet,
Evolve 2, you
welcome
idiot.
to Deadlock.
Yes, but I don't own any of this. I just am showing you this. There will be parts I skip over because of the fact that I am trying to keep my channel as kid-friendly as possible.
Nerf this.
Kaboom indeed, you drunken wretch!
Spy and Diva.
Well, it's only polite to respect our elders, so Team Fortress 2, you go first.
Oh, wow.
And
so
hold on, just
great.
quick pause in the video. If I go back just a wee bit. Now I like... Oh, it's not going to show it. Never mind. I like MatPat and his videos. There's a lot of math behind them. Certain ones I'm not too sure on. Especially this one. Well, let's get to the main point here. Respect your elders? Respect this. Just because TF2 is old, it's not even that old. It's not as old as the SNES. Yes, I have played the SNES, be quiet. But come on. And well, this guy is just like, oh, how gracious. I don't know what honestly to say about these two, just from that, pretty much. Let's continue.
Team Fortress 2 is a free game with no hidden fees. The complete...
No hidden fees. That is true. Unless you're talking about the premium DLC where you need to buy something for it, you need to buy something to get it to work. And for competitive matchmaking, which is a part of the main TF2 now, the hidden fee of you having to buy a ticket, unless you have a premium account like I do. Yes, that's where I got my Rancho Relaxoton. I bought it from the store. And yeah, unless if that doesn't count as a hidden fee, which now that I think about it, probably doesn't. But let's just get moving on here. And it's not the best thing about TF2 that it's free. No.
version of Overwatch is $60. Boom! Done. Shut it down. It's over. But in the interest of adding on some additional...
Question. Why is there Mario? Just Mario, seriously?
hurt, consider that Overwatch... That game is free.
That players will get everything from here on out, including new maps and other updates,
Okay,
all for
yeah.
free.
Oh, wow! Updates? Oh, wait a minute. Team Fortress 2
Grumpy
updates
cat.
multiple times a year with free content
Yes.
on top of the game being free.
Overwatch,
and it's been
though,
doing this for...
And people that like TF2, I'm not surprised if you unsubscribe. Actually, pretty much, the graphics are the same. It just... Basically, Overwatch is just a high-def version of TF2 graphics. That's what I'm saying. It's like saying, here's Super Mario Bros., except we put high-definition graphics on it, and we're going to call it Super Mario Super something, some or another, and it's a completely different game. No, it's not. Just, no. And look at that face, how I just froze it. Ugh.
9 years. The game was released in October of 2007. That is a lot of service for zero money down.
Upfront fees, upfront fees. I see you dancing around the subject. TF2 has microtransactions as well.
Yeah, for hats, for new weapons, for general character customization. In TF2, you pay for what you want, and you get what you want when you pay for it.
Not always, my friend. Now, let's just say nobody had any stranges, nobody had unusuals. There are no guaranteed strange crates like there are now. You want a strange? Unusual. You're not gonna find that, since, as me saying hypothetically, saying, no one's gonna have that on the community market, because we'll just say this is when the game first came out, and unusuals first came out. They're not going to be on the community market, and only stock hats and weapons are in the Manco store. No stranges, no nothing. So, not entirely, my friend. Compared to other people, never mind, just... Yeah, and when we get to a certain bit, I'll explain certain things.
In Overwatch, the microtransactions give you a chance to maybe get what you want. It's all a lottery. Sure, every time you buy a loot box, that's a chance to get that skin that you wanted just so badly. You've been waiting for it since day one, but there's a pretty good chance you're gonna get one of those sprays you've already gotten 3 times before. And let's face it,
that
even
happens
if you
with
did
TF2
play the
too.
Overwatch loot box game to hopefully get those unique items for your favorite character, the extent to which you can customize them is painfully thin. TF2 has years
Agreed.
of hats, weapons, skins,
Overwatch just
user-generated
added
models.
golden
If you want to
weapons.
play as a scout wearing a Dovahkiin
Well,
helmet,
not just,
wielding a
but
giant fish
it's
as a
been a
weapon,
while.
you can. And that
TF2
not even
already
anywhere
had the
near
golden
the
frying pan,
craziest
golden
combination
wrench,
available
and then
in the
if you count
game.
the
From
Australians
aesthetic
as
changes
golden,
to
then
fully customizable loadouts,
a lot more
TF2 allows
customizable.
complete control over your character's
say.
play and feel without
now,
ever tipping into the
This is the one thing that one of the things that ticked me off the most about this. This is not a TF2 character. I have played Loadout. That is a Loadout character that was made to maybe look like the Demo Man or something. No. And also, you cannot wear a Dovahkiin helmet. That, if I recall, is a heavy weapons guy exclusive. I'm not sure. I have to do my double check. Closest thing you get to Dovahkiin helmet is the skull helmet you get from melee killing the Headless Horseman. Horseless Headless Horseman. We're just gonna call him Triple H. Wrestling, don't sue me. Well, you can't sue me, but copyright my video. That's why I basically mean. But back to the topic. This guy's from Loadout. And the giant holy mackerel, as many other YouTubers have said, is not that huge. He got it off of Google, just typing in TF2. And that's not even from an SFM if it's holding a... The minute I saw this, I was lost that there's any credibility to this at all.
realm of pay to win. It would appear as though I am on fire.
Mate, for one thing, it would appear I be on fire. He doesn't say that. And also, you're not good at jokes. I highly doubt anybody laughed at that. Sorry I'm being really judgmental criticizing, but sorry about that, guys. Good thing it actually did cut out. I went on a bit of a rant.
Truly matters, and
Okay,
that
but never
is
mind.
gameplay.
Tell that to the loyal gamers who've been playing TF2 for the past 9 years. The game
Now, something that's gonna come up. It's gonna say, oh, blah 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 this, blah 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 that. About the gameplay. And actually, Mr. Afro here actually says something right. Well, not all the other things he said was wrong, but shouldn't have been the main foci or focuses.
has stood the test of time.
Stood, sure, but is now getting replaced. TF2
And no offense, replaced. Really? No. It's not getting replaced. Technically, minus the hats, Call of Duty is the same bloody thing as Overwatch and TF2. With different game modes. Well, not entirely. Never mind, I'm getting agitated, so I don't like, unless if I feel like torturing myself, I don't like watching this video at all.
player numbers have been on the decline since October of 20.
Yeah, we'll skip that.
The developers of Overwatch have gone on record
Okay,
saying
I
that
actually
they
skipped to another thing. Now, there's a thing called eliminations. TF2. Technically, running by Overwatch logic, doesn't have a KD ratio. Because it doesn't say KD ratio anywhere. It says kills and it says deaths. That's it. That's all it says, just like your thing. And technically, if we were to go, eliminations to deaths is pretty much the same thing as kill to death. So, you are wrong again, my friend. Go back to what you are good at, please. And that's commenting on stuff that isn't Overwatch or TF2. Or at least like this. Where you've more prepared your information. Because you're ticking me off.
actively avoided including stats like that in the game for exactly that reason. To make the team element, the
Let's
Yeah,
see,
I would hope so.
Fortress, better than Team Fortress.
Yeah, I would hope so, considering it's the same game nearly a decade later.
And I partially agree with this guy on that it's pretty much the same game a decade later. Wait, a decade? You bleeding idiot! It's only been 7 years. I'm getting a twitch. No. Nearly a decade is 9 years, not 7. Oh boy. If I get rage comments, I am not going to be surprised. But let us continue.
Only with fewer maps, of course. TF2 has
Why did you bring the maps into this? So what if we have more maps? Tinier maps in Overwatch is actually good compared to having a large amount of maps because of the main fact that is having too many maps means if you're doing a random search, like pure random going through quick play, you might not get on the map you're on, especially now with the new TF2 update. You have to go through the community server checklist to try to find it. So, my friend, what do you have to say now?
100. How many does Overwatch have again?
12, but
You can call me Torbjorn, because I'm just standing here, and I just got play the game.
12
12 maps again in 2 months after release as opposed to 9 years, but it's quality over quantity. Characters are much better equipped to use more of the levels, explore the...
And, my friend, I have something to tell you too. I know I'm skipping over certain parts of the video, but I'm not gonna make this an age-long video, am I? There's rocket jumping, there's sticky jumping, there's flare jumping, there's soda popper scouts, there's... Let's see. Then if you're smart enough, you can rocket jump with the dead ringer, or sticky jumps. Medic, you can use the quick fix to jump. Sniper and heavy are the only ones that really can't jump. Because engineer can sentry jump. Can Torbjorn do that? No. Because he can't point where his sentry is shooting. And his sentry doesn't have rockets. Unless if that's what happened when he uses multi-core, which, if I recall, that does not happen. But let us continue.
Verticality of those levels.
Yeah, I'm skipping that.
Over hypers. Excuse me.
Over hypers. Yeah, nice, Joe.
Won't be creating their own unique modes, skins, hosting a certain map. One of the 12 that there are. If that map on the PC, these serve whenever they feel like doing.
I know.
Capture the flag and a PvE horde mode in Man vs.
Oh, no.
On top of that, TF2 just has more modes to pick from. That includes
Now.
Team Deathmatch.
Now, Team Deathmatch. Oh boy. The closest thing we have to that is Arena Mode. So, for all you people who've either watched me play TF2, which I am played Arena Mode, technically I have if you count Saxon Hale, which is one of my really old videos, we don't have Team Deathmatch. The rest of them he gets right, but Team Deathmatch is wrong.
Capture the flag and a PvE horde mode in Man vs. Machine. With this server system, there's just more on offer for a more robust game.
You forgot about mods, you idiot. And also you forgot about the trade servers. Excuse me. Now, I've never really personally went on a trade server because I've never had the materials to go on a trade server. So, my luck on that end.
With customization, there are tons of different ways.
It's gonna stay fun for a whole lot longer, because the core mechanic of the game is getting good with multiple characters and switching when the situation demands it. Need to stop some turret fire? Well, just call in Winston. Want to get vertical for a while? Call in Pharah. And even within a particular class, there's a lot of variety. You hit up Lucio. Our Overwatch's heroes a bit more characters. And it's also important to note that none of them are a clone. We don't have any Links, Young Links, and Toon Links here, ladies and gentlemen. Each and every character feels unique. You want to play as a female Russian bodybuilder? Well, guess what? You can. You want to play as a Japanese cyborg ninja? Well, guess what? You can. Plus, in a time when
Zarya, D.Va.
And also, can I say something quickly, actually? He made a comment on females. I'm not sexist. And it ticks me off because I've never used it. But there's female character models on certain servers for, if I recall, each class. So what the hey? These guys have done no research. I swear.
Roadhog, all 4 of them.
Yeah, we don't.
This roster of 9 might not be hundreds deep like.
Okay.
Hardest of hardcore players. And let's not forget as well, Overwatch simply looks and runs better. Team Fortress is a decade old.
Dude, just look at this. I scroll a couple seconds back.
Means that it has a higher potential skill ceiling for the hardest of hardcore players.
Like I said,
and
it's just adding HD to TF2. That's pretty much the graphics.
Team Fortress 2 was built on Valve's Source engine. Reliable and flexible.
Let me start another segment of the video. It's taken way longer than I expected it to. Okay, we're back in it. I still haven't flipped my lid yet, so that's good.
And its cartoonish graphical style has ensured that its look has aged
feeling old.
And you're about to feel like a loser. Closing argument.
Now, I'm gonna let you guys see all this.
Team Fortress 2 may be a team-based shooter, but the individual players on the team have always been of the utmost importance.
Yes.
Meaning that they can customize their appearance, they can customize their loadout,
Once again,
they can customize their gameplay. In Overwatch, if you're grouped up with a team who doesn't know what they're doing or who refuses to communicate, you may in fact lose through no fault of your own. Overwatch takes power away from the skilled players who in games like TF2 could rightfully carry a match. And that's just not fun. Considering all that in mind, most of all, vote for the original. The art style, the team-based gameplay design, the characters like Torbjorn and Tracer, who are very similar to the Engineer and the Scout, using comics and animated shorts to deliver characterization and lore in a very similar fashion to which TF2 used comics and their Meet the Team series years before. In so many ways, Team Fortress 2 stood on its own 9 years ago, and it stands on its own today. While Overwatch,
when you're the starter of a genre,
quite a bit from the
of course
successes of its predecessors. Oh, and also, TF2's free.
Sure,
once again,
Overwatch may have borrowed from TF2, but it's not like it's hiding that fact. Overwatch is a love letter to all of gaming. Soldier 76 is straight out of Call of Duty.
Really?
D.Va is Titanfall. Pharah is Metroid.
Now, that's the only problem I have. Samus does not have a flippin' jetpack. True, she can curl up and ball and bounce in the air for a bit, but that's pretty much it. And also, she can fly longer than Pharah ever could. No, Pharah is not related to Metroid. Soldier 76? Yeah, maybe later Call of Duty games. And then Titanfall. Just, you have nuclear injection, which is her ultimate, pretty much. Except, people in Titanfall aren't stuck with a tiny, bloody pistol. So yeah, that's my comments on that bit.
To me, these sorts of references just make the game more fun. And now couple that humor with mechanics that actually reward you for smart team-based combat, matches where you must consistently jump across multiple characters and classes, and fixed teams where you're not going to be thrown onto the enemy side if someone suddenly decides to leave.
That's gone.
And you have yourself a game that's accessible enough for beginners, but sophisticated enough to be competitive on the esports level. Plus, there's no ammo boxes, which to me is always a big perk. And best of all, the game is literally only 2 months old,
full ammo,
meaning that
but it's basically saying, oh, we're gonna give you infinite ammo, so it's really hard to kill your opponent. To where in TF2, it has a higher skill ceiling, because you don't time your shots, you're screwed, my friend. Unless you're the Pyro, where if you keep getting ammo packs, you practically have infinite ammo, and with you killing lots of people, you're gonna pretty much have infinite ammo. But that doesn't matter at the moment.
It's only going to continue to refine itself and improve as the roster expands, play modes broaden, and maps begin
yeah. I skipped over a part. He says, there's a grandmother that shoots medicine into your neck. Have you heard of the Crusader's crossbow? Does the same thing. Gah.
Rollouts. The biggest advantage Team Fortress had in this debate was the extra time that it's had to grow and evolve.
No.
But there's little doubt that it's now time for that torch to be passed. Overwatch is quite frankly the TF2 of the next generation of gaming, the very beginning of something incredibly special.
Ladies and gentlemen of the internet, we have reached deadlock. Now the decision is in your hands. Which game deserves play of the game? Overwatch, the new kid on the block, or Team Fortress 2,
and
the
also,
granddaddy of the genre?
Click
on one to choose, or tell us what you think in the comments below. Or if you want to hear me cover some of the secret history behind Overwatch and some incredible facts about its characters, hop through Symmetra's portal right here to watch my episode of Did You Know Gaming. Tell them Matt Pat sent ya. Please though, please hop through that that portal because no one over on the Did You Know Gaming channel likes my voice for some reason, so I'd love to have your support over there defending me from the haters. And finally, last time in a shocking twist debating the virtues of motion controls, 56% of you voted pro motion controls versus 44% for traditional controls in Zelda games. It's definitely a shocking conclusion. I did not see that one coming. Then again, I guess when you're debating against the president of Nintendo of America, well, you're gonna have yourself an uphill battle, so it's a fight I'm willing to lose.
I prefer regular controllers. Because certain games, you can't do jack squat with motion controls. Monster Hunter Tri is, in my opinion, a good example of that. I don't know how many times I've died to a monster because I screwed up on a combo because the motion controls are too touchy. But, not the point. Well guys, this has been Rambock23 Game On! And we just watched, cried, broke on the inside, because Game Furious has dug itself a hole beyond all belief. And see you next time. Oh boy.